Here are the pros and cons of buying a condo in the Tampa Bay area. Hi, I'm Mark from the Fazzini Group, and we make these videos to make you more informed about buying or selling in the Tampa Bay area. Now, we do run a real estate team here, and we'd be so happy to help you answer any questions you have, talk about areas. If you are looking and making a trip down or need some insight on buying or selling, please feel free to reach out to us. We'd be happy to help. So today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of buying a condo in the Tampa Bay area. Now, Tampa has so many options for condos, and there are condos that are $2 to $5 million right in the downtown area, and then there's also many different pockets of condo communities that are much more affordable all throughout Hillsborough, Pinellas County, and even Pasco County. So today we're going to talk about the pros and cons and some things you should think about if you are considering a condo versus a single family home or something else. So let's start with the pros. So condos are great because they're maintenance free. A lot of our clients come down from up north and they want to have a property they can visit for maybe 3 to 6 months out of the year. Condos are great for that because they provide a place for them to stay, enjoy, but they don't have to worry about yard work or upkeep on the a big house. They get to essentially come down, enjoy their time, they can leave, and most of everything maintenance-wise is taken care of. Another pro is most condo communities have great amenities. So you'll have a condo community that might have 150, 200 units, and it will offer a big pool area. It'll offer a workout gym. It could offer saunas. It also could offer a meeting space if you need to work or meet with clients or even entertain. So depending on the condo community, you'll have a variety of these different amenities. Some of them have really great ones, and those are a great thing for most people that they enjoy. Now, another pro of buying a condo is condos typically are a little bit cheaper than a single family home or a townhome. So if you're on a budget and you're looking to be in a specific area, you might find that your budget goes a lot further with a condo. And there are many condo communities that have units that are lofted with really high ceilings, and they feel more like a villa or a townhome concept. And the final pro is there's a lot of options for condos. So I don't know what it was about this Tampa Bay area, but there is this thing about density and housing and having enough housing for people to move to the area. So there have been a lot of condo communities built over the years. So you'll find so many options, whether it's a 55 and older condo community, or it's a condo community close to the beach, close to downtown, in the suburbs. There's so many options out there, and you do have a great variety to choose from. Okay, now let's talk about the cons. Okay, so the first con is some condo communities can have a more apartment-like feel. So there are actually many out there that used to be apartments and they were converted to condos back, in 05 or 07. Those communities, sometimes we have clients coming down and they love the unit that they look at, but they say, the feel of the community, it just feels like I'm in an apartment. And some of the negatives with that, depending on the setup, you could have a 3-story condo building, the middle floor, and you have neighbors above you that are making noise, or neighbors below you. And obviously with any condo community, you're typically going to be closer in proximity to your neighbors. So it doesn't give you as much privacy, and you might feel like it's a little too close for comfort. But there are many options that you can look at, and it's important to find the right mix of everything. So another con is the HOA fees. So many condo communities can have really high HOA fees. Generally, on average, the HOA fees for a modest, $200,000 to $400,000 condo will be in the $300 to $400 a month range. Some are even cheaper. Some are a lot more expensive. I've seen condo communities that are $700 a month. With that, yes, everything is taken care of. Typically, the exterior maintenance, the roofs, there are a lot of things you get for that, but it is a big expense to tack on to your monthly payment. But it's really important that you look at what is included, because in some of those higher priced ones, you could have cable and internet included or other amenities that you would pay for anyways. So you really have to make sure you understand what's included, what's happening, and so you can make a good apples to apples comparison. Okay, another con is the potential assessments in condo communities. So we've helped many clients buy condos in the greater Tampa Bay area, and there are some communities where we know right from the get-go that this community is a problem community. So it might have a lot of deferred maintenance. The roofs aren't done well. They're needing to repave the driveways. There's so many things that can go into it. It's really important to look at the condo financials and the budget to find out, is it financeable? And are you going to have to expect any major special assessments? So what is a special assessment? A special assessment is a fee that you're required to pay as a unit owner to improve the community. So every HOA has a budget and they have requirements and rules and regulations, and usually they're required to do analysis every 2 to 3 years to make sure they have enough money in the HOA bank account to make the proper repairs to the community so that it is in good shape and it's not going to cause many issues for people in the future. For instance, we helped sell over 100 units in a condo community in Palm Harbor, and one of the big things that happened was we looked at the budget and the community did not budget properly for the roofs. So there was a special assessment, and it was about $2,000 to $5,000 per unit owner to replace all the roofs in the community. So that wasn't a deal breaker for everyone. It needed to be done. But if you're a buyer and you're walking in blind, the last thing you want is to be told a month after purchasing that you have to pay a $3,000 special assessment. So it's important to work with a good agent to get those facts before you move forward and close on a property. Okay, another con for condos is related to the financing. So not every condo community is financeable, depending on many different factors. Now, Fannie Mae is the agency that sort of sets these standards, and they change these all the time. But essentially, you could have certain things about a community where a lender or a mortgage company will not be allowed to give financing in that community. So sometimes it's if there's an active litigation or lawsuit going on, or if one unit owner owns more than 50% of the units in the community, like a big investor, that might be a deal breaker for the financing. In many condo communities, depending on those specifics, they'll require at least 35% down. And it just depends on the community. You have to ask your agent to find out how financeable is it, look at the budget, and essentially they have this questionnaire that's filled out by the community for the lender. And lenders do have lists of approved condo communities in the area. So that's something you can get as well. And on the communities that have a lot of issues and are not financeable, you essentially have to be a cash buyer only. The important thing there, yes, if you're paying cash, great, you don't have to worry about it. But resale, if you're going to resell the property, you have to consider that the buyer pool shrinks immensely if it's only available to cash buyers. Okay, and the last con for condos is the HOA restrictions. So a lot of condo communities have a long list of restrictions for what you can or cannot do. So it might be grilling on your patio is not allowed, or it might be, no music is allowed after 9 o'clock at night, or you might not be able to park a work truck in the community parking areas. There are different restrictions that you have in a condo community with an HOA. Now, you might be looking for those restrictions, and they might be important to you. So that could make this point a pro. But for some people, it would be a con, and it could prevent you from wanting to buy in a certain community. So if you watch this video to the end, we want to hear from you. We've helped over 2,500 clients in the Tampa Bay area in the last 25 years, and we'd love to give you any advice we can about the buying or selling process. So please reach out to us at the number below via text or call, or email us. We'd be happy to help.